Hey guys, good morning. So I just want to give you a quick peek of my orchid shelf that I've been working on yesterday. I purchased this shelf from Amazon. I can link the product in the information below. So I had a table here and it was just getting way too cluttered and it wasn't holding as many. Okay, Kelly wants to say hi. Hi, Kelly. Hello. Hi. Okay, so I just want to do a real quick tour and show you what I have here. So I also have some baby seedling African violets in my collection. I am just getting into growing African violets, and obviously it's springtime. You can get a lot of really nice ones in the store, but if you want to really find unique ones, then online or Facebook seem to be the place to buy them. So this is a orchid I purchased from Lowe's last year, and it's just opening up. I don't know why my blooms, like this is now, I'm not killing my orchids, I'm getting them to rebloom, but I have very few blooms. It's not like I've seen people with prolific trailing stem with lots of flowers, but I just have these. I have 3 here and 2 here. It's not super impressive, but this is the orchid that I had just recently repotted. I just did a repotting video on this, and it's sitting in one of my favorite flower pot. I have another one that's similar but not the same, and this is just a glass dinner plate. So I'm utilizing what I have, guys. So these are just teacups I have lying around the house, and they work pretty well as a planter. And here I have a Tetraspis. This is my very first Tetraspis. This is C2, and in the listing photo I showed the bloom to have random red spots, and I was kind of concerned because the flower buds look all green, but the last week or so you can see the coloring is starting to show. So I just can't wait. Like if the stem, the spike looked like nothing at all for the longest time, and all of a sudden the flower buds just started to form and grow. So it's been really exciting just looking at the progress. And this orchid here is found Norman's World. I've seen different variation of this orchid, and there are a lot similar ones floating out there, but I really like the spot, and I like yellow orchids. And it has a tiny pink lip. I've seen some with more of a orange lip, but I think mine looks more pink. And more orchids and the African violets in the back. And the bottom one, so obviously the bottom shelf definitely needs a grow light panel, so I'm going to add a grow light panel up here. So that's my step 2. So these are some of the African violet seedlings that I have, and Kelly wants to know what's happening. Hi, Kelly. Hello. Because she can't hear, so I have to really get in front of her for her to understand what's happening. But I think she's curious and wants to know what I'm doing. Just making a video. Okay. All right. Okay. So so this is my African violet section. I have these baby seedlings. They're all really beautiful. but not currently blooming yet. I will have to, I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly, so I might have to adjust. Kelly wants to be petted. Hi, Kelly. Okay. And then I have one more shelf that I can put a few more plants, but I'm a little bit concerned about the lack of light source on the bottom shelf, so I'll have to work on that. Now this is a tray. All of these are purchased from Peter Lynn at Big Leaf Orchids, and all of these plants are just super healthy and amazing. And I plan to put a grow light panel on this section. Okay, so continue on the middle section. I do have some Cattleyas here. I figured that this is the top of the shelf, so it would receive more natural light. So this is one of my favorite Cattleya orchid. It's called Joyful Heart, and it has a, I would say, dark pink bloom with a very flat flower. And Peter Lynn at Diamond Orchid he has a lot of this type of orchids, and I haven't seen them anywhere else, so I really like to buy orchids from him. And he sells on eBay, or you could go to Sunset Valley and make an appointment with him. This one in the back, sorry, my dog is barking. This one in the back is also from Peter Lynn at Diamond Orchids, and I don't know the name of it, but it's quite beautiful. It has a red waxy bloom, but it's finished blooming for now. And this is a species Cattleya orchid that I got from Norman's Orchid, and this is called Summit Snow. And maybe I can add a photo here, but it's really gorgeous. I love, this is one of my favorite Cattleya. For some reason I really like white orchid, and these are just tiny little African violets. I really love any kind of bloom that looks like a rose, and this one looked like a tiny miniature rose. So does this one actually. This is called Harmony's Pink Stone, and it will be really beautiful when it blooms. Okay, so the middle shelf has a lot of my favorites. I say that about all of my orchids, but I really do love everything I have. And this is the this is a species orchid I got from Peter at Big Leaf Orchids, and I didn't completely repot this. This is all the same old medium, but I removed some of the moss and also placed it in a different liner pot because these blooms were kind of getting squished in the old pot. So this is a little bit lower flower pot, so now the flowers are not buried underneath and they are opening up now. It's so beautiful. Carlos at Sunset Valley sold this one to me. Again, this is one that I cannot pronounce. I've asked him to tell me the name of this orchid like 15 times already, but I can't remember it. That's what happens when you get old. And this is the this is also orchid I got from Peter Lynn at Big Leaf Orchid. So there are two Peters. I think there's one more out there, but Sakura orchids. But this is Fel Meteor Reflex Blueberry Jam. I've seen the bloom of this orchid. It's exceptional. But mine has a blue flower bud. But the last week or so, I am seeing dots forming. So I'm hoping that it's going to have a nice coloring. I would be really upset if it turned out to be some kind of like white orchids. So we'll see how it goes. And this is the orchid from Peter that has a kiki, and it might be hard to see, but this kiki has a little spike as well, and the mother plant has a spike, and it seemed to be adapting to my environment pretty good. I know it seems a little dark here, but today is a little bit overcast, and that's a window, so they do get a good amount of natural light. And these are my recent shipments from Peter Lin at Big Leaf Orchids. All of his plants are phenomenal, very healthy, disease-free. I think if you are a beginner, begin with really healthy plants, and you have a much higher chance of succeeding. Okay, so that's pretty much my middle section on this shelf. The bottom shelf, I still have a little bit of space, but I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I definitely need grow lights for these bottom shelves. Okay, so here is the top shelf. I have a couple of lily slipper orchids. And this section, I have this amazing, gorgeous Phalaenopsis orchid. This is called Formosa Sanfranchinri, and I don't know a whole lot about this orchid other than that it's just so stunning. I had 3 flowers when I got it, but now I'm down to 1. Once this one finishes blooming, I don't know when it's gonna bloom next. I'm going to really miss this bloom. Okay. And this is a lily slipper orchid that I got from a orchid nursery in San Diego. And I forgot the name of it, but they get most of their orchids from Hawaii. So sometimes they actually have really amazing Cattleya orchids and just super healthy Phalaenopsis. So you can see that right there. I think that's a spike coming out. So, and this is just a little orchid I got from Lowe's. I'm seeing quite a bit of these recently, and I love chocolate colored orchid. I have a few in my collection, and this is a favorite color of mine. I go to look at Lowe's, and once in a while I find something really special. Love this one. Okay, so this thing is my grow light, and once it's turned on, it covers quite a bit, so I'm not worrying about, even without, if I don't install any panels on the top shelf, I think these orchids should do fine. More Phalaenopsis. This one is called Spice Girl, or Spicy Girl. Let me see. Spicy Girl, and it has a little bit of a spicy fragrance. I don't know how to describe it. It's almost done blooming for now. And this is a continuous bloomer, so I'm not going to touch the spike. And it seems like the orchid is adjusting fine. The bottom leaf looks a little funky, but I think this probably came from some kind of coat damage, but otherwise I think this is a very healthy orchid. This is gorgeous. The blooms are not at its prime right now, but you can still see how pretty it is. This Phalaenopsis, once it starts spiking, I may have to move this to a top shelf because the spike goes much longer, and I don't think this is enough high clearance for this giant orchid. And that's the tour. So I have a little more space, but not sure what I'm going to do here. I definitely have orchids to fill them, but so far, guys, I am so happy that I got this shelf done. I was dreading it. I ordered this online, kind of as an impulse purchase, but then I regretted it because I thought, oh my gosh, how is this space going to fit this ginormous shelf? But it actually worked out really well. So now I have this really awesome looking grow space. So the only thing that's missing is maybe a few more grow light panel. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tour, and I'll see you next time. Bye.